Yo guys, Vhosythe here and welcome to another boss guide tutorial video. In this one, we are going to be showcasing my fight against the Lady Butterfly of Hirata Estate. Now, for those of you who have not been to this location, it is hidden and I have a YouTube video on my channel that will show you how to get there. I like to call this place the Dream World. This takes place in the past. It is extremely cool and this is the end boss to all of this, which the rewards are totally worth a visit. So definitely do your research and get here because you want to be here. Now, the Lady Butterfly, hopping straight into the fight itself, what you're going to notice is, again, I've said this in past videos, the common repeating theme with Soulsborne bosses, and now in this game I'm seeing it as well, you want to hug the backside of the boss. So when Lady Butterfly is facing you, if I'm really emphasizing in here, you want to sidestep to the right and make your way behind her. You're going to hit her 1 to 2 times. If you are really lucky, you'll be able to get a third hit in, but you really don't want to push your luck here. You want the consistency and health management in the fight, because as you get into the second phase, you're going to notice that she will begin using Genjutsu techniques on you. Now, this was indicated by the dialogue with the NPC in the previous room, the old lady's son, who gives you the item to break her Genjutsu. Now, this is a one-time consumable, and chances are you don't know the timing of when to use this in this fight. I used the consumable at the very beginning of phase 2, which is absolutely wrong. When she begins using her proper Genjutsu, you'll know. Immediately off the get-go, once you get into phase 2, you can actually run up to her and engage her, and that will halt the Genjutsu phase. She'll use her butterfly illusion techniques, but she won't go balls to the walls blazing on you right off the get-go. So keep the pressure on and keep repeating that pattern of dodging to her side. If those projectiles shoot out, you're going to switch it up. Just dodge whatever way feels best. But when you're going in for that melee, you're going to hug again that right side towards the left side if you're going behind her, and then you're going to melee her back like we've been doing. Now, once you get far enough away from her, or eventually once you've done enough damage, even with the added amount of pressure, she will get into that Genjutsu phase. And this is usually something you see right off the get-go if you don't apply any pressure to her. So again, in phase 2, definitely keep the pressure on her, because look, I have her halfway down and she's using that phantom technique. These phantoms are going to pursue you, and basically what you want to do is, because it's going to look overwhelming, like, oh my god, am I going to have to fight all these things? They're going to disappear. And luckily for me, I said to myself, let me analyze these things, and when she casted them off and conjugated them together as projectiles to aim back down at you, I said to myself, okay, this creates an opening in which I can pursue her again and obviously get off more DPS. And this is where things got a little derpy for me personally. You're going to see that I managed this fight with her pretty well, but I had a few moments towards the end here to where my camera just started derping out, and at one point my lock on her broke, and that absolutely ruined the momentum that I had going with her. Because again, this fight is like a dance. I mean, it's absolutely insane. You more or less just want to keep this dance up and obviously keep the pressure on in an appropriate way. Again, just the repetition of passive aggressiveness that we've seen with so many bosses already in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. So she's gonna cast that Phantom Genjutsu again, and in that scenario you can back off, maybe get a heal. If you need to heal, get behind one of these pillars in case she tries to lunge you. She can also throw physical projectiles at you in phase 2, so that's definitely something you should be mindful of if you're really far away from her. And just recapping back on phase 1, one really important thing that I want to talk about that you shouldn't have a problem with as long as you're dodging to her right side. Again, that's her facing you, but that very dangerous thing is going to be her unblockable grab attack, which you just saw the last time I had that red sign above my head about 10 seconds ago. Basically what happens is she will pin you down to the ground and then stab you, and based off my health bar, it is a one shot. So that's definitely something you want to avoid. In phase 2, she will have another unblockable move that you will also dodge around, and that is a forward thrust with her knives. So just knowing these things and seeing the common theme with past Soulsborne bosses, I mean, the formula is still the same more or less. You will beat your opponent once you know enough about them. So even if that means backing off and letting your opponent move, so that way you can analyze the movements and not breaking in phase 2. Again, just taking your time all the way through, Lady Butterfly is possible to beat. I know people that beat her early on, and we're talking about right before and after the Chained Ogre, and you have really low level statistics at that point. So just keep that in mind. You guys totally got this. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to let me know down below. If this video helped you, definitely feel free to leave a like and spread the love, share it with your friends, and thank you so much for watching. This has been Vhosythe. Have a good night, guys. Enjoy the game. Later.